Chelsea Handler, I'm a threat just because I'm child-free and single? What? A threat? To whom? Whom are you a threat to? Ah! Whomst are you a threat to? Chelsea? In this article, she reiterates multiple times how she is happy, which I'm sure she is. I really couldn't imagine anybody who would care whether or not Chelsea Handler is happy. Certainly conservative, supposedly right-wing men, I guess. But what she's reacting to is people commenting in her videos. Like, I don't really have a dog in this fight, because who cares? But I guess when a person generally goes out of their way to say how happy they are, I'm happy, people are threatened by how happy I am, I'm so happy, it's like, are you though? And look, I'll be honest, I don't care. And I would wager that pretty much no one cares. But yeah, if people fire off spicy comments on your posts, it's like, you're a comedian, you have millions of followers, people say stupid stuff all the time. You don't have to go on a I'm happy tour, I promise. And sure, I bet there's probably lots of people who are like, hey, you're spreading a bad message to women. Women should want to reproduce. And I guess I can understand that perspective. But generally, I would wager that most people are not concerned whether or not you decide to do that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with being childless. I think that's totally fine. I think most people would agree with that. But I think there's just like a real communications disconnect here. I would imagine that people that are generally commenting on this post are just saying, hey, young women, don't necessarily take this very rich person, successful person's advice that being childless and single at age 49 is a good path. In the same way that somebody would say that drinking alcohol or smoking weed is not a good path. It doesn't mean that it's not okay for people to do either of those things. But people, generally speaking, that have overcome those things later in life try to give advice to younger people to say, hey, when you stop doing these things, your life will improve as a result. Much like people say, find religion, or say, hey, having a child is a huge unlocking of the human experience, and don't push this message or don't believe this message. Which I think is also valid. Both sides are valid. But to take it a step further and be like, oh, they're threatened by you. No, Chelsea, no. No one threatened. Nobody feels threatened. And about how you're single, that is even more of a stretch. The child-free part, that's one thing, but literally zero people on the actual literal earth care whether or not Chelsea Handler is single. Who cares? Who's threatened by that? Literally no one. Nobody. Literally zero people. So I'll just check in. Not threatened, don't care.